So I've got a version of my solar clock and I want to use one of these PIC microcontrollers. So previously I'd used the through-hole version, and I wanted to use on this one a very small surface mount version, but I'm not going to be able to use my soldering iron to solder this because the pitch width is just far too narrow, and the pads it's going on are very small as well. So I'm going to attempt to actually solder this onto the board, but what I'll do is I'll tin the pads and then I'll try and reflow the device actually onto the board. So the first thing I'll do, I'll take my soldering iron, which is a huge tip, and I'm gonna tin these pads over here as well. These are for in-circuit programming later. So I want to stop these pads from oxidizing. And I don't want to put too much solder on these, just a tiny bit. So hopefully that should be okay. So the next thing I need to do is use some of this flux that I've got. I've had this a little while now. I haven't really used much of it. You don't need much of it when you're using it. So what I've tended to do is that there's got a bit of flux in this area around here, rather than actually going inside the tub, and I just might use a screwdriver to lift it off, and then, because you really need a very small amount, I just put it over the pads where I want to actually reflow. And that'll also, because its flux is quite sticky, so it should hopefully allow me to place the component in place, and it should hold it there. I'll just put the lid back on here. So if I place, I should really use tweezers, but if I place this on top of there, now hopefully when that reflows, that'll just flow into position. Okay, so I've put that in place, and I've got my reflow station, and I've set it to 300 degrees. Now I don't know if that's going to be too high or too low, so I'll give this a go and see how it works. Just let it go up to temperature before I apply it. I'm not sure if that's done it or not. Right, so if I just touch the side, it seems to be on there. If I'm putting a bit of pressure on the side and it's not lifting, so it'd be interesting to see if that is actually on there well or not. It should be.